Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our 12th session of Survival's Profit series. How are you guys doing? It's good to be back as moderator for Survival's Profit series. To some of you who may remember, my name is Azra and I will be your moderator for this session. So it has been over 2 weeks since the full lockdown. This is like the third version of lockdown, right? It was implemented. So I'm sure that a lot of you from the SMEs industry and also micro businesses have digitalized your operations to not only cushion the impact of the MCO, but also to cater to new customers' behavior and the market situation. So for this round, before I go into introducing our speakers for today, I want to mention that we have an amazing freebies for you. What you need to do is share this live streaming out for you to be able to get some Nutravis premium face mask for free. So to all 50 people who are already tuning in right now, quickly click the share button and share this live streaming out, and you stand a chance to win some boxes of Nutravis premium face mask for free. All right. To maybe some of you who are new to Survival is Profit series, let me briefly introduce what is the purpose of us creating this channel for you. So this Survival is Profit series, we specially created this channel during this challenging time for us to be able to help the SMEs by sharing what we know as industry experts, answering the questions or concerns that you might have about your business on the topic that we have selected for the day. And most importantly, the objective of this Survival is Profit series is to give you the values and the tools for you to survive in this new climate. So these live streaming sessions, we conducted regularly in a series with different topic coverage and different speakers and different panels every time. Speaking of different panels, based on some of the requests that we received from our audience, we were asked to have more experience sharing from business owners. This session, we're having a fireside chat session where we're going to present you two panel of speakers who will be discussing and sharing on how to successfully craft a marketing strategy that will change your business journey for the better. And you'll be also learning the key essentials that you will need in your SME business to grow triumphantly, even when faced with the challenges, in the near future. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let me introduce you to our mystery speaker of today. All right, we have a managing director of Maystar Beauty. Okay, Maystar Beauty owns the brand of Old Fairy. I think maybe some of you may know a skincare that is, a skincare brand that is formulated for the young females. So this managing director from this beauty industry actually pivoted his business at the start of the pandemic. He put all of his resources to creating a product he knows that will be very demanding in the next 1 year. So this product is called Nutravis. It is one of the Malaysia's most widely used face masks. And all right, so this session that we have today, as the title says, Nutravis brand has achieved over 50 million unit sales of face masks in just 3 months. And what's more, this specific face mask brand has earned the title of most medical face mask sold in a year by the Malaysia Book of Records, where it sold 195 million pieces. So without further ado, let me present to you the Nutravis brand owner, Mr. Zain Phua. Hi, Mr. Zain.
Hello, hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
Good afternoon, all the SME and the Malaysian. Hi, I'm Zain. So Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Zain. It's a pleasure for us to have you in our Survivor's Profit Workshop.
yeah. So just a brief introductory. I'm the founder of Mista Beauty. Our company is founded in 2011 as a distributor for skincare and personal care. Like just now, as Rama mentioned, we are started from a distributor. We distribute like Mediheal, 3CE, Beauty Diary, all these brands. So from 2016, we started to develop our own skincare. Mainly that is made in Malaysia and halal certified. So we have few skincare brand under Mista, like targeting different age group, like namely like Old Fairy, Night Slabs, Kadu. So since the pandemic started, we want to make sure that we continue to able to pay our salary out. So yeah, we switch our direction from skincare, beauty care to healthcare because the
That's right.
demand for beauty care is coming down. So we launched the
That's
brand Neutrovis medical face mask with the intention of protecting the people from the COVID-19. And I think the quality is the main thing that we always look into it. And then we are really grateful that we also get the award from the last year for the 2020 the Malaysia Book of Record. Yeah.
right.
So Asra.
Yeah, that was really amazing, and it's a real honor for us to have you on our session today. And I'm sure that our audience cannot wait to hear the story behind you pivoting your entire business to cater to a whole new market. Okay, but before we go on into that, Mr. Zain, let me introduce our second speaker of today. Okay, it's none other than our group CEO. We haven't been having our group CEO in our Survivor's Profit series for the past couple of series, actually, but we are bringing him in specifically for this fireside chat session so that he can sit in with you together to discuss the marketing approach that you share, and also our group CEO to be able to elaborate further on how other industries that are watching right now be able to grab on these tactics and apply it to their industry. So without further ado, let me introduce our second speaker, Mr. Christopher Ng.
Hello, apa kabar? Hi everybody. Nice to be back in Survivor is Profit series. It's been a while. Good to be back here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Christopher. I noticed that you have a very nice background.
Hello.
Yeah, Father's Day. Father's Day. My kids came in and marked their territory over the weekend and surprised me in my home office. And I promised them that I'll leave it on at least for a week. So there you go. A lot of hard work from them. So now it's shared to everybody. They'll be very glad.
Nice. Very colorful.
How are you, Zain? Long time no see.
Yeah, soon we'll meet soon.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks
Thank you, Azra. Yes,
me.
I think your story is something that, because this Survivor is Profit series, we have been conducting since the first lockdown last year, March, until now. And we've been getting a lot of feedback, and there's a lot of comments that they want a real sharing from our clients, those who have exponentially find success, or those even struggle at first and then found their way. I think your case is really fit this. It really does fit all the criteria of all these comments that we gathered throughout the year. And finally, thank you so much for joining us today. Right? I'm sure we can all the SMEs here can learn a lot from your experience. There are some SMEs who are tuning in from Vietnam and Thailand and Cambodia as well, but mostly are Malaysians, so should be fine.
Yeah. I also like to thank everyone for using those that is using Neutrovis face mask, and also those supporter for our brand. Thank you so much.
Definitely. I think many of them will be getting some free masks today, right?
Yeah.
Those who ask questions, you know.
That's right. So everybody's watching, please share this live streaming out. You will stand a chance to receive this premium face mask, the celebrity of the face mask out there in the market. So on behalf of our audience, I want to thank both our speakers for being here with us today. And I'm sure that everybody in our audience today will be able to learn a great deal from our session today. So before we go on to our fireside chat session today, for the benefit of our audience, I wanna mention that we have actually prepared a worksheet for our audience, where in this worksheet there will be a set of questions about your business. What are the challenges that you're facing? What are the possibly tools that you need for you to be able to survive and stay afloat? There's also a digital audit report and a sheet of special insights for those who already have a Google campaign going on. But for those who never had yet, there will be a starter kit guide in the sheet for you. So take a look at the comments that we have provided. There's a link in there for you to fill up this worksheet. And you will see that this worksheet will make more sense at the end of the session, how it's going to be able to help you. All right, so today's session is going to be a fireside chat session from both of our speakers today. And at the end of this session, we will also be taking questions from our audience. So any concerns or queries or any questions basically that you have on today's topic and discussion, please submit them in the comment section, and we'll get our speakers to answer as many questions as possible later on. All right. Without further ado, okay, let's get started with our fireside chat session for today. Mr. Zain, just now you have mentioned a little bit of your background, the business that you have been working on, and you also introduced yourself a little bit, how you pivot from creating a beauty products, your entirely beauty industry, into you put all of your resources to creating new trophies. So can you share a little bit with us on how this idea of new trophies was first thought up?
Okay, I think the first idea that came out is that I think everyone still remember when the starting of the pandemic, then it's not everyone, it's the whole world is finding the face mask. It's everyone, it's everyone. So that time I think one box of face mask is up to 100 plus, 150.
150 ringgit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 150, 180, and the people still buying. But the thing is, because Malaysia seldom use a medical face mask, we only use the protecting. So means for the haze, Malaysia only have haze lah. We never face through the SARS, H1N1, we seldom. So the face mask is so thin, it's so thin that it cannot protect the virus. It can only prevent the haze, something like this. So that's when we started Nutrovis. So during that time, when everyone cannot get even a face mask, we decided that we must go for only medical face mask. So that's how we started. So actually, we're taking a very, very big risk that time because due to the melt blonde, the price, if want to find a medical melt blonde in the market is 10 times or 100 times harder than if you want to get a normal protecting face mask. So we started from there. So, and after that, the Nutrovis, we started with providing the medical first, the words of medical face mask first, then higher quality. So after we realized that a lot of people wearing a long time, they have a lot of like mask acne. We call mask knee lah that time. We call mask knee.
Like wearing mask then cause you got acne, like a mask knee.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the time that we have a very big differentiation that we started to develop only those super soft fabric, super soft non-woven. We call non-woven. So we find the sourcing and so on. So that's the time that we do a very big differentiation between us and the market products. That's why a lot of our customer is very loyalty customer because they will only buy our mask because they know that this is the mask that can make them wear for the whole day, and also they won't have any skin problem.
Okay, so but it's quite interesting, right? Because that time I remember when you first we were always supporting your site in terms of the health beauty side. Then suddenly you want to pivot to health. To be frank, I was skeptical also. But how you really just went through it is really something very amazing, right? And it's of no experience, right? Mostly is the skincare, right? Most of your products were healthcare and beauty products, beauty products more than healthcare. And you just went into this mask. Many other companies also went into the mask business. but
Yes.
you guys really dedicated all your resources, and
Yes.
focusing on the accountability, like that's what you're saying.
Yes. So to answer Chris, I think that time why we dare to go into this industry is very simple, because that time is either we survive or we die.
Survive or die.
Yeah. So we decided, okay, we must survive. We must keep on. Yeah, we must keep on exist in the market. So
you are predicting that all the skincare products or the beauty products will be greatly affected. So you just continue to leverage on those channels that you already have, those sales channels, to push out different products, which is the mask.
Yes, because all the while we are supplying to the pharmacy channel, all those retailer. So a lot of the inquiry come in that about, hey, do you have it? Face mask. Last time, as long as you have it, you win already. Yeah, but the thing is, we cannot always just stay comfort lah. We have to keep improve. Yeah. So why we dare to go in is because all the while we are building the brand. We know how to build the brand. We leverage on what the resources, the connection that we have in sourcing. So we want to make sure that our quality is there. So we send someone to check the factory. Even they are sleep over at the factory for months, just to make sure that all the quality is up to our expectation. Yeah.
And the factories that you all use is local?
I know we all is imported.
Imported,
all imported from China. And we also kena a few times lah. We also kena. Then no
like
choice.
No good quality lah, is it?
No good quality. Then we just that batch, we just, how to say, we just
throw.
Yeah.
Dispose,
dispose. You have to dispose properly as well.
Okay.
You have to give to
so a lot of cost involved.
This is it. I have to ask. When you first pivot your entire business, right, at the start of the pandemic, where mostly all of the businesses out there were forced to, close down because of the lockdown, and basically the entire world, everybody in other country was also not functioning as it's supposed to. And you pivoting your business to this, it must have a lot of challenges, because I'm sure that a lot of channels that you used to go through are no longer, active at that time. So can you share some of those challenges that you have to face in order to, made this product?
Actually, the whole pandemic story is like this. If we started, I think everyone remember, actually we not started from the face mask first. We started from the hand sanitizer first.
Okay.
Yeah, that time is the whole market finding the hand sanitizer. So the whole world had lack of alcohol. Then that time I think is March, and the pandemic is still there. Started already. So I decided to, because Malaysia don't have any alcohol, so I decided that I must go to Thailand. I got a source in Thailand. They got, but I don't have someone to double check the quality and so on. So I decided I must go Thailand one time. So I just go during the pandemic. Actually, during the pandemic. So I just be there. So we started from the alcohol first. Then, but luckily, most of our channel is still functioning, because they are necessary.
Essential.
Essential. So they are pharmacies, convenience store, hyper. Yeah, luckily, and actually, there's another channel that we grow during the past 12 to 18 months, is the online channel. Actually, previously, our business is not so strong in terms of the online. Then after that, we started to build this, because very few people can go out and buy one. So they decided to buy online.
Just buy online, right? Yeah. Then you said that from the alcohol and the hand sanitizer, then why suddenly go to mask?
Because it's a package. Last time you need to have the hand sanitizer, you need to have the thermometer, then you need to have the face
mask.
This is a necessary necessity.
Yeah.
One 3-in-1. I think 3-in-1 is the
Trinity.
Trinity. Yes.
Yeah, they were on demand. Like all of this product were sold in the market. It was very hard. So everything that you mentioned, right, Mr. Zain, everything that you mentioned just now about pivoting your business actually rings bell. because these are all the things, Chris, these are all the things that you have been preaching to our audience since the
whole
first,
Survivor Experience
since
series.
the first session that we had. So do you maybe want to talk a little bit about this from, I don't know, business strategy point of view?
Well, you see, many people talk about pivoting. Many people talk about relooking into your previous business or the new normal. Things are no longer going to be the same. So many people just put on their thinking caps and try, right? But I think planning and thinking is one thing. Execution is the key, and the mindset, I think, is very important. We've been working with Zane for more than 1 year, 2 years already. 2 years, right? 2 years, more than 2 years, I know Zane. And one thing that I think stands out from the rest of the clients that Zane has is his strong mindset. His strong mindset. That when his grit, not GREED, not the grit, GRIT, grit. That, you know, the cockroach mentality, never say die, you know, no matter what situation. I think he's the guy that, you know, can sleep like 2 hours per day for the one whole week because he has to make sure that the production is there. Even though when, let's say, we do all the, they do all the online marketing well and there's the demand, but to ensure that the quality and the customer service is there is a lot of no shortcut effort. And I think Zane did very, very well in that. And I think he lost a lot of sleep and lost a lot of time. I think it was like there's a couple of months. You're like a sleepless. Like you have to make sure that the whole production to everything from the bottom funnel to the top funnel to every administration aspect also is well taken care of, right, Zane? I remember it was quite a huge challenge and very stormy period for you. And
I think Chris, sorry, I just interrupt because I just remember that for the first 6 months, maybe from March until September, that time, I think everyone remember that all the sea freight is stuck in the port.
Yep.
So everyone, market need the supply, but no market need the demand. The demand is there, but there's no one supply. So we decided that time we must use the air freight. But that time the air freight is
expensive, right?
Very crazy. I just remember that one box of the cost of the face mask into Malaysia, it cost us around 13 ringgit to 15. It's crazy. I thought it's crazy.
That's 13 to 15, maybe for the audience, they might not know how expensive it is. How much is the percentage of a usual cost of, let's say, the sea freight?
Maybe 5 times. At least.
Five times, at least 5 times more. Okay, all right.
So, and you imagine your mask box only you selling how much? Last time the government really control, so the mask box only you can sell like 75 or 50. But we are still in
control price, right?
Yes, and the thing is, it's not just about the cost. You have to make sure that if you book the whole flight, you have to make sure that your stock will be arrived. If your stock got accident during the transportation, everything then the flight we are paying around 800,000.
And it's gone. Non-refundable.
Yeah, non-refundable.
All these are the risks that you willing to take and you took it. Any cases that you really lost your products, you know?
Lost product, yes, but we still every time we still on time to depart now.
Still okay lah. All right.
Thanks. It's blessing. So
what were the, speaking of all of these challenges that you did, what were the phases that you went through developing this product? Because from the first version of medical face mask that you created, and then we can see that there's a lot more varieties now. So what were the phases that you went through to producing the kind of varieties that you're producing right now?
Yes. So I think the flow will be like this. The flow is that when everyone cannot only get the protective mask, then we come up with the medical mask. So after that, I think the market starting to supply. Then we find out the problem is that a lot of people having just now, like we mentioned, have the mask me problem, and they cannot use to wear too long the period of the wearing the mask. So we started to develop the soft for the face first. Then after the people complain again, the ear they cannot tahan already. The ear look, they cannot tahan wearing for like 5-6 hours. So we developed the ear look again. So we
Okay.
develop the ear loop. It becomes super soft. If someone have used it, they will know that our face mask, the ear loop is very soft. Then after that, the people complain, hey, I cannot, when I'm talking, the mask keep moving. Then we improve the nose strip. Then okay, everyone come to very boring already. I think last time I still remember whenever I go out, I see people wearing the light blue one. I myself feel like,
Everywhere, yes.
yeah, feel like vomiting, oh my god. So the time when we started the color mask, we started the color mask. Yeah. I still remember we started with the purple, and then after that is the black, 4-ply black color. So when the people follow the market will just follow the color.
Yeah, then
mask,
create the TikTok video, right? Or the black mask doing the dances. Then it's just all the Korean guys all went famous already. Everyone want to wear the black mask.
Yes. Then we go for the design. Then now we go for actually we are doing a lot of more solid things that we do a lot of CSR program. We also have the ambassador.
I noticed that you also sponsor that time. I remember that you also informed us that you go to some pasar malam and then you actually sponsored all of them, right? They give hand out free mask for them.
Yes, that time is during February. Actually, starting from the December until now, this year 2021, every month we are doing, even the Raya month. Then for the, like Chris, you mentioned that time is a Chinese New Year. So we give out around 2 million pieces of the face mask to the market. So that's the first time we educate customers, because some of the customers, they don't really know what is the differentiation. So they don't know the quality different. They don't know that actually, you can invest maybe 20 cents more and you get a much better quality. So we just let them feel the face mask. Then a lot of good feedback. They just mentioned that. I still remember, or someone said that in Cantonese, they say, they are not paying me to do this advertisement, but this is the first time they wear the most comfort mask that can fit them nicely. Even they talking, you will not move.
So they're giving true testimony like they're saying that these brands are not actually paying me to say good things about them, but it's really good, right? That's what they're saying, right? I remember.
And they can just go SS2 or the Cheras Taman Connaught to just visit the hawker store. They are the one who's saying the feedback.
So you created your raving fans, that's in all our other survival profit series. I always talk about the hourglass funnel, whereby on top of the funnel is you get new people to know about your brand awareness, then consideration stage, then they purchase. Then after purchasing, you retain them, and then you groom. You have created loyalty programs, and then of course you expansion from the existing customer base. How you expand is by creating a lot of raving fans, people who believe in your product or believe in your brand, who would do the marketing for you. And this is a great example of how Zane, you guys did this very, very well through a CSR project that you sponsored, and of course handed out free masks to the people, and then people really use the mask well, and then they go and tell their friends, right? And this is a great example of the reverse bottom funnel strategy that we've been talking about for so long, right?
And Mr. Christopher, the one that Mr. Zane mentioned just now about getting all this feedback from the customers and then going back to his production team and improving the products. There's from a marketing perspective, there's a term for this. We always we usually call this value proposition, like closing the gap between the pain of the customer and the gain of the customers. Maybe you want to elaborate further on this.
Well, there's many methods that people use online. We use like social listening, where you listen to the channels of your fans or your followers or people who are engaging you or comment to you. Then you are able to gauge what the market wants and needs. Of course, you have to filter a little bit. Every now and then there will be some weird people who has very different opinion, right? Or will be like very challenging or great feedbacks. Okay, that maybe pinpoint really your weaknesses of your brand. And it's great that you can listen and react to it. I think, this Maystar Beauty, I think Zain, you all have been doing this very well, where you have opened a lot of channels to be able to listen to the feedback of your existing clients or the users of your brand, and are able to make a difference rather than just handle the feedback online. Like, oh, people comment, oh, I handle. Rather than you just really take it and put it into the product development process and also listen to what the people need. I think that is one part that I remember we brainstormed about this before, talking about like how do you pair like data of people giving all this kind of information of the product and you using it to further develop. I remember that you've said that your focus was to not just look in the business point of view, but the user point of view. I remember that, right? So can you maybe explain a little bit more on the user point of view, user-centric product development?
For this, I think is very common is that we don't sell something that we don't use. Yeah, I mean that we don't use means that if the products that your team will not use, of course,
But if it's not good enough for you, it's not good enough for your customers.
Yes.
Sorry.
Of course, I don't use makeup lah, but but my team, my team, internal team, they must like it. Yeah. Everything that we are before we going to launch, we will do an internal test first before we go to external. So a lot of products is rejected internally and not externally actually. Because external, sometimes the skill that we're doing may need very large or only they will be accurate. If not, then if it's a very small quantity, like maybe 20, 30, will not be good. It's not a good sample size lah. We need to have
you need enough data lah. Like creating enough data points, creating enough channel to gather feedback is important.
Yes.
I think that is very important as well. But I also noticed through experience, like in this whole case scenario, the speed of reaction also very important. Like let's say the feedback was now, this week, and then you have to quickly listen and then make amendments or improve or develop the kind of product or service that is required and suggested by the market. And if you delay too long, usually in the case many brands, it's because there's a lot of red tapes and a lot of processes that you have to go through, then you don't be agile enough to able to react fast enough. By the time the feedback is given to you and you reacted, is already a little bit too late, right? So I think the speed of execution is very important. And I can testify that Zain's team, you guys really didn't need to sleep. I can tell you, like, I don't know how long, how many months y'all never sleep. I am impressed. I am blown away by that fact. There's no balance of life in terms of that.
I think for Chris, this part, I want to give the credit to my team because since the pandemic start now, my team have worked so hard. I think most of us is having OT. We work our end of working hours is maybe 11 or 12 p.m. at night, or 12 a.m. is not 8 p.m. So that's the credit is going to them because by myself alone, I got 24 hours. Even I don't sleep, I also have only 24 hours, but I need my team to work on some small detail parts or some execution part. And when the direction is down, they have to the one that have to do the execution. So by this, I think the Chris mentioned the words agile is very important. So a lot of I'm not sure it's SME or corporate, but what I want to say is that a lot of times the people will just say that, oh, we need to have this SOP, we need to have this standard, we need to have this. But like Chris mentioned, how long you need if you follow the SOP? 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? For us, in this pandemic time, I can say that the past whole years that we have passed is like past 5 to 10 years that we have gone through. If the reality is using the normal speed, normal time to calculate. So it's totally different. The speed of the pandemic is different. We need to react is almost immediately. When we're getting a feedback, we need to directly communicate with our team. Like I think we launched a airy series that we got another strip at the mouth side to increase the space for your mouth to talk, for our mouth to talk, and the breathing process. So I think we have another series that we launched. When we found that a lot of people say, there's a friction, even our fabric is very soft. So we say have a friction and so on. So we straight away invest the machine to try. We straight away design the machine. Huh?
How much was the machine?
I think machine is not that expensive after the 2021. But the thing is, when you design the machine, I think for this machinery we invest around 300,000. Just the design, not the production, So design out the first machine out. So after that we do another, then is at the cost lah. So I think that part is very important, because how to act immediately and testing. All our sample sense by size is like almost by Friday, and we every day until now today, we not every day, every week, at least 3 to 4 days, we are receiving a new puzzle, new quality, new inspection, new spec from the factory. So this is how I think Chris mentioned something is very important. It's not about, sometimes it's not about very fantastic, it's about how you hands-on and you do it. You just need to hands-on, you need to be here. You need to be with the team. You need to stay back, and hands-on. And unload the
time when we work with you, I remember every time our team want to talk to you also, it's very hard to catch you. The fastest way is just to leave voice message, right? Because you do not know when, you sometimes you read the text and you don't go. It's like so busy. You are occupied every second of the day, I remember, right?
Yes.
And it is so intense. It is so intense.
Yes. But I just very enjoy, because my team is really giving me a lot of support. And the culture is they will live with the culture. They will live with the speed. Today, actually, this morning I just back from Penang. So
you just came back from Penang today.
Yes. So the team is helping me to set up. You see, everything is done by the team. So I just tell them, okay, we need to set up the backdrop, everything. So they just done it for me. They just prepare everything. Then I just sit in, and so.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's important.
I think one of the most important points that everybody cannot wait to hear is, what were your promotional strategies to market your product? Because you managed to achieve 50 million sales unit in a couple of months, and 195 million. That's a number that I mentioned earlier. In the span of just 1 year. So what were your approach? What were your promotional strategies to be able to sell this many units?
I think first we come to a very foundation thing, is that for sure where the people can buy it. So we must assure of this, because last time even a lot of people stay at home, but Malaysia, the courier skill is not up to the par.
The logistics not so good yet.
Yes, all the parcel is stuck in the hub, so no one can fulfill. Then there's time the consumer will go to the retail offline, go to pharmacy, go to convenience store to buy it. So that time I think the offline, the display is very, very important. The display for offline, because last time during the pandemic we cannot go the shopping already. We cannot go in and walk here, walk there. They are not allowed you to in. Sometimes they just allow you to stand outside, what you want, I just bring out for you, and you just pay the money. So this time I think that the POSM, the display is very, very important.
Yeah, point of sales is important. Yeah. And
point of sales
those are the offline methods. Yeah.
Yes. What about your online strategies? Maybe you can elaborate some of the content marketing approach that you have done for your product.
Yes, I think one of the challenge for all of us are in this doing these PPE products. We cannot advertise on Facebook, Google, whatever, as long as online.
Yeah, I remember we were scratching heads for months. All the ads all cannot run because it is a controlled product by the platforms. And even when we reach out to our partners like Google and Facebook, it is a global policy because they didn't want the kind of competition to affect the price of these kind of essential products, and do not want to be a part of the kind of demand supply challenge. So they wanted to not allow all these ads. Of course, the workaround is content marketing. You can't block content, right? And and that, I think that part is one of the biggest initiative. But yeah, Zain, please tell us like what channel works, what channel don't work, and what's your experience like? Yeah.
I think when all the ads cannot work, then the time that it's come to a quality content. That's the time that quality content will work, because the time you just need to keep on educate the customer what is the right mask, what is the right quality you should look at, and not just the labeling, how you check it out. So we leverage on our, of course, it's the content posting by our team. Then the second, is the social media, leverage on the influencer, KOL, social media. I think, Chris, this is your strength. Maybe you should elaborate more.
So I think most important is to look at the entire funnel as a whole, right? Awareness campaign, so that people are aware that NutroVis is here. And then the point of sales is already that one. I think Maystar, they all did a very good job working with all the pharmacies, working with all the stores and all that can, convenience stores, to be able to push out all this kind of the products. And of course, to be able to do a lot of retargeting, remarketing. I think influencer marketing, not so much just getting celebrities, but rather just people with a larger scope of followers, because this became like a household product already. Like everybody would have some masks. And the biggest differentiator and value proposition is NutroVis listens to comments, number one. Number two is accountability is always one of the focal points. Okay, and very fast to react. You're always like a new and improving and enhancing the product until today, like 3-ply and 4-ply, and so all these different color, right? So that you can allow your users to have a variety of choices, right? I think it's important. I think almost all social media channels, NutroVis is there, and I think one of the greatest one that we find most effective is the shareability of the content. Like let's say example, like you say, you do a lot of CSR, and those people who use your mask or appreciate your mask, they share it to others. That is like the biggest and most cost effective. Don't have to pay for ads, don't have to pay the platforms, anything, right? Just to have some strategy to think of, just have to plan a little bit in terms of how you want to roll that kind of project out. I think in a nutshell is about that lah. And yeah.
Chris, speaking of this, right? I think the right middle channel that people are confused about is usually how to balance between offline and online marketing, because a lot of them, while they're relying on online marketing, they do offline marketing as well. So how this offline and offline marketing approaches can actually work together to amplify one another?
I think mostly is you go back to basic, like all my previous Survivors Profit series, I talk about that burger thing, that look at your target audience first. Who are the audience, right? So, and then when you analyze that audience, let's say example, audience A, they will have multiple touch points to your brand. It could be offline, whereby they go to a pharmacy to buy essential products, and then NutroVis is there. It could be online when they go to Facebook, check out their friends' post, and then you see a friend sharing this as well. Or it could be in Instagram if it's the target audience is younger, or in my age, the Gen X, we are in multiple. We are in Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We are in all, right? Then it really depends on where your target audience are, and then you have to play a part, what we call omni-channel targeting, whereby you have to think the audience journey. What are the touch points first, right? Where are the touch points? And then you'll be there in all the touch points, consolidating them, and be able to engage them in all the touch points. That is the gist of it lah. This is a very macro point of view. Of course, like today we are offering the digital audit and of course the assessments. So do fill up what business you are in, and so that we can give you this free consultation to at least help you structure a little bit of your business in terms of that.
Right.
But yes, in ultimately, long story short is analyze where your target audience are and start with your existing buyer, people who bought something from you first. That's easier for you to reverse engineer the whole marketing plan.
That's right. All right. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you so much, Zin. Sorry. We are okay. I think we can move on to Q&A session if you don't mind, because I think let me take a look at some of the questions that we received. We have received some questions in the comments section. So maybe we answer some of the questions that we received so far, and then before we end the session, we'll get back to some of the things that you may want to clarify further.
Hello, Yu Kyung. Hello, Jasmine Liu. A lot of people say hi, Christopher.
Wow, okay. To whoever who just joined us, please share this live stream session, and you'll be able to get yourself some boxes of NutroVis Premium Face Mask. So click the share button and do share out this live session. All right. Okay, let me pull out one question. Hold on. Wow, we have a lot of comments. I'm going through one by one right now. Okay. Okay, I'm pulling one from City North Africa. Any ideas on how to prepare for a startup company that it relates to services? How to promote the company online, which can give more impact? What should I start first? How do you immediately change from beauty industry to health? What do you overcome? Wow, this is like a couple of questions.
Combo question in one question.
Yes, I think some of it Mr. Sen already addressed in the middle, in the beginning of this session, how he changed from beauty industry to health. But maybe Mr. Christopher wants to explain a little bit on how to promote the company online that can give more impact.
Yeah, I think like what I shared earlier on, it really depends on what stage you are in. And what do you want to do, what goals that you have. Usually we advise all of our clients to have a long-term goal for the brand, and then that long-term goal should be directly reflecting to your mid-term goal, which also directly reflecting to your short-term goals. So your online marketing goals are. So when you know that, and you know your target audience, then you can be able to design your value propositions, decide on those channels that your audience are in, so that you can be able to engage with them. End of the day, nowadays people talk about community building. So you need to be able to build your fan base or your raving fans, like how NutroVis has done very well on that. Not only online fan base, they also have the offline. Went to Pasar Malam and go and help all the penjaja there and all, right? So those they created that fan base as well, right? So where to start first is really too many factors. Very hard to consult that. But City North Africa, if you should know, if you are in that business, you should know which part first, and never right or never wrong. Like Zain, I think the whole time we've been working together, I was skeptical. I was skeptical from beauty to healthcare and mask, and I was like, you're not even like a full mask production house. You see, do you really know everything about it? And but he had the foresight. We supported accordingly, and bam, and it happened. So I think as an entrepreneur, just have a plan, and then just see through it. Okay. See through it, and I think the other part of the question is, how do you change from beauty industry to health? I think it's about seizing the opportunity, right? Zain, I think that one, I think you can add in. What do you overcome? I think mostly you already explained what do you overcome, but if you can give City North Africa here and one advice, what would you give her? She want to start a startup company related to services. What do you think?
If you ask me, I will just say just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. When you do it, you see the problem, you're solving the problem. So every month, every day got the problem. Even Neutrovi itself, today, inside itself, we still have a lot of challenges that we need to solve to break through to go to the next level. So I think it's never end lah, never end. Prepare ourselves and just do it lah, and never say never say no lah to all the challenges that come to us.
Yeah, I think I would like you to share about the current challenges, the one that is very big in your plate now, the situation about the fraud, the what you call it, imitation products that I think you guys are going through. Neutrovis, I think a lot of this imitated or imitation, not from Neutrovis themselves, who brand themselves Neutrovis, having similar mask designs, but the lack of those kind of quality out in the market, right? And you've been battling this for a couple of months. Maybe you can share with the audience here as well. Many SMEs may want to know, because now for the past whole almost 50 minutes or 1 hour they've been sharing, it's all about the bed of roses, all the nice things, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can share about this challenge that you keep up at night, right?
Yes, I think first of all, I think you guys, if someone have using this, you recognize that this is the 4-price series. I think the 4-price series, we got the most serious counterfeit problem. So to solve this, yes, of course, we go to the legal way and so on, but legal way, it takes time. It's go to the court and so on, it takes time. So from our side, we cannot wait, because for us, times is the most important thing. So for this week onwards, if those that have followed our Neutroid page, you will know that from this week onward, we will do the authentic sticker. So after you buy the face mask 4-ply, if you find out that there's no authentic, please return to your buyer. Or second, you should report to us. So the authentic sticker will stick on the box. So you must scratch it and you must scan. So if you scan, you register, and it show that okay, it's an authentic one. Then only it's real one. So by doing this, you also can get our contest. But because there's no, we have tried to go to the legal way, but it takes time. So from our SME, what I want to say is that we can only react from our side first while we waiting the legal side to proceed. So we come out with this authentic sticker. But authentic sticker, if we come out something that we come out that normal sticker, then they will not be a solution. So we need to come out something that people really hard to copy. So our authentic sticker, each of it is a unique one. Yeah. So you can only scan like twice. So after twice, it will show that, okay, this sticker, is already registered. So because if you are the first buyer that buy it and scan it, so you found this, please report to us. Then we will take action from our side.
But I think it's this ongoing issue that you're gonna face, and I think so there is a price to pay when you rise so fast in the brand, right? There's now suddenly imitation products and all. It's quite a headache for Neutrovis. But however, business still go, right? And there's no challenges. There's always challenges City. We hope that you just do it. What Zain said, just do it and then pivot through and face the challenges, and you will know what to do. And if you need help, reach out to the right people. Like in Malaysia here also, there's a lot of bodies that can support us. Like we work very closely with like MDEC, SME Corp, Matrade, all these agencies that can probably help you out as well. If not, then you need some help. Please reach out to us, Panpayers Trinity or Trinity 42. We are always here to help you as well. Right? Let us know.
All right. I want to pull up another question. This one is the username is Babai Corona. So what is the next step when we have achieved herd immunity from current expansion of mass vaccination rate, where usage of masks will eventually goes down? So this question requires us to look further 1 year down the road.
So I should answer this, right? So what I want to say is that I think that this pandemic is a bit different with the previous pandemic that we have gone through because this is a worldwide pandemic. So no matter as long as there's still one country in the world that didn't solve this COVID, I think that the rest of the world we cannot just take it easy now. We have to keep ourselves safe, wear the mask, and if you're asking me that the usage of masks eventually will go down for sure. This is these facts, and this for sure it will go down. But then will be like Chris said, what's your next challenge? My next challenge will be okay. How do I replace face mask sales with other product sales? That's what we internally we already doing this since last year. So we always need to, as a SME, as a corporate, or as long as you are doing business, I think our survival mode should be always on. Okay, we cannot take it like the situation too comfort. Then we feel that okay, the pandemic will still go another 12 to 18 months, so we can just relax first. Okay, we just enjoy the moment first. But I think no, I think that's the thing. That's my answer for you. But what we will do, we are working a lot in terms of R&D, market research, in terms of what is the next project that we show hands on. And actually, we got a team that already working on it. Yes.
So any sneak preview, any new products that's coming out in the market from NeutralVis or Maystar?
I think we just launched the KF94, and we're really getting a very, very good feedback on the KF94. Yeah,
what is the KF94?
It's a Korean style face mask, just like the benchmark with the N95, KN95. Yeah, I think that's a new trend of face mask.
Okay, got it.
We actually receive a lot of questions circles around this concern. Actually, one of this is like, this is a face mask market oversaturated already. What do you think of this market? And I believe that it also comes down to how you market your product. Face mask, how do you want to stand out among all the competition?
So many players there right now.
Yes,
it's like so many face mask producers, right? And
I think to answer this, Chris, you go first.
No, yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think to this saturated question is that maybe we are in the FMCG line. We always have the saturated market. We always have we say red ocean market. We never got a blue ocean market. Unless it's like this time pandemic, then it's different. So we always have a red ocean. So there's a mode that we're already having. So if you ask me, is the face mask market oversaturated? For me, it's no. I always see a possibility. I always see a challenges that for us to grow. No matter how, there's always a market for us to grow. Is that just that we didn't? If you found out that there's no market to grow, then we haven't dig deep enough. So let's say, not Malaysia, how about Singapore? How about Thailand? How about Vietnam? How about China? How about Taiwan? How about Europe? There's still a lot of market that we ourselves we have to dig down and discover it now. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I want to pull more questions. Okay, this one is from Shusi. How about promoting a product like face mask through email marketing? Is there a way to grow more email subscriber base? I think these questions can be answered by both Zane and Chris.
Maybe Chris go first.
Okay. Email marketing, yes, I think it's very, you have to nurture your existing database. So to grow the subscriber base, it takes some time, but you have to widen your topics. Because if, let's say, example, if a client, NeutralVis client bought a face mask, he is also a human being, right? He has also got their preference, they have their other needs and all. So if you can have topics that cover the other needs, like let's say healthcare in more general part, and talking about supporting their day-to-day lifestyle, not just the face mask aspect, I think then you can grow your subscriber list. And surprisingly, the Malaysians, we have stats that is very consistent quarterly by quarterly, that the amount of open rate on emails in Malaysia is higher and higher, and it's better compared to before the pandemic, email marketing is like totally dead in Malaysia. It's like not effective at all. People usually go direct spam or mark spam, Somehow after pandemic, the statistics shows is a rise of open rate in email. But the trick is the topic has to be engaging and patience. Email marketing, you have to have a lot of patience, right? And you have to very structured and obvious goals that what you want to. And there's so many softwares out there that can facilitate this. You don't need to manually send emails anymore. Just put all your content in, structure it properly, and then it auto sends the email to your subscriber base. If someone open this email A, then email B will be sent to the person. If someone don't open it, then email C will send to the person. So it's already all with many software out there. So yes, to me, the answer is there is a way to grow more email subscriber lists, and automating it is one part, but content is still king, right? Content is still the king. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. If I can add on, since this overlaps with my job scope as well as a digital.
You're the head of content, of course.
Yeah, if I can add on, email marketing is really very famous these days because everyone resort to online these days to get information. So even us, even Trinity 42, Convergence Trinity, we are heavily doing email marketing at the moment. So what I can tell you is it's very important that you have a workflow. So for you to really leverage on email marketing, so first create a workflow. Like what kind of email that you want to send first, and then if that person actually receive that email, do they open your email? Do they not open your email? If they open your email, what is next email that you want to send to this person? If this person don't open your email, what should you do to make this person open your next email? So maybe you need to improve on your subject of the email to trigger curiosity for them to actually open that email. So these are the workflows that you need to look through first before you start working on the content of the email that you want to send out. So you need to analyze, and then after you have done your email marketing, after you blast out your email marketing, you need to analyze as well. What is the open rate of the email that you send out? What is the click rate of the email that you send out? After you analyze all of this, then only you can calculate the effectiveness of your email marketing.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools out there now, like ClickFunnels, HubSpot. There's so many out there that can support you. But if you need to structure a plan before selecting the right tools and all that tailor for your company's direction, your marketing direction and all, then do reach out to us in the worksheet and let us know. I think our team will be glad to support you.
Yes, okay. I think we have come to the end of our session. Thank you so much to everybody who asked questions. We actually received a lot of questions in the comment that we are not able to answer them live, but worry not, we'll get our consultant to reply to some of these questions online. And
I think those questions that we are gathering now, I think we definitely will PM you all and give you the feedback. But we I think we just have to follow the time frame. But I saw one of the comment like Aaron KD said opted to work with our team. Yes, we hope that we can bring your team and you to greater heights as well. Stay safe. And I think there's also quite a number of them who asked this question about is social media marketing better for B2C or B2B? This question somehow has been asked in almost every Survivor is Profit series, you see. I want to address this. Why? It really depends on what stage of your marketing is and what is your goals. What are your goals at the current moment, or what the, like I said, long-term, mid-term, and short-term goals. But social media marketing is all about it's just a channel for you to be able to engage with people, right? Whether your customers are B2B type, your business is B2B, your customers are still human beings, right? If your customers are consumer, it's also human beings, right? But of course, the range of B2C has wider because business to consumer product, you have a wider range of demographic you can hit in social media. So it's a little bit different. You really have to understand your who you want to talk to first, who you want to engage. Then you customize those touch points with them via social media, right? So you need to have that fundamental right first, that structure right first. And how do you plan a structure is by phases. First, you have a discovery stage. You discover where your brand is, where you want to go, who you want to solve the problem for, right? You discover where you are at. Then you define, okay, this is who we are, what we want to do, why and how, right? And then you develop, okay, this is the 5-year plan, 3-year plan for us. And then you start executing while tracking the data, while collecting information, and like NutriVis, social listening to the feedbacks of their clients or the market or the users, whether it's good or bad, encourage these feedbacks. And then later on, pivot through your product and of course, grow your business like that. So ultimately there is, whether it's B2B or B2C, there is techniques and there's ways to use social media to be doing this. And one of the facts is also to be able to know what stage are you in terms of what brand after that, and what branding you want to do. Is it a corporate branding that you want to do? Or is it maybe a B2B branding where you want to engage with your customer? Or you want to be a consumer branding where you want to talk to the new market, people who are not your customers yet? Or employer branding, because now employer branding is also a thing already, like for your own employees, for recruitment, for your own internal brandings, right? So all this has to be thought of first. So yeah, so I hope I give some share some light of my own opinion on this question. I see a few of it there. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chris. I think everybody in our audience have received a lot of great insights today. But of course that there's a lot more detail to every explanation or every sharing that we have given today. A lot of the pro, the cons, the details of each of this, which is very hard to explain in just 1 hour session. So if any of you in the audience needs this kind of consultation, needs a further information for you to execute whatever plans that you have for your business, do reach out to us. We look at the comment section. We have provided the link to our worksheet. So in there's a little bit of questions that we put in there for us to be able to understand about your business a little bit, and then put remarks in there what kind of help that you need from us. If you need a digital audit, if you need us to take a look at some of the digital assets that you have, either your website, either your social media page, we'll be able to do that. And if you need us to come in and help to review what are your marketing plans in the next 6 months or the next 1 year, or if you have any campaign that you are preparing in the near future, you need help or some kind of guidance from us, we'll be glad to help you with that. But we wouldn't be able to do that if you don't fill out the worksheet. So do fill out the worksheet, so because that would be the first touch point. We won't be able to get in touch with you if you don't have your details. So do fill out the worksheet.
Azra, I also want to add in on this because we also have this collaboration with Alliance Bank. And Alliance Bank is now created a product to finance, to give financial support to SMEs in Malaysia, of course, Malaysian SMEs who needs funding or need financing for digital marketing purposes. Right? Let's say if you think that you have cash flow issues and you do not want to touch your reserve for all your OPEX or your operation expenses, right? And you believe that digital marketing can help you and you think that you want to take this financing from Alliance, also feel free to fill up the worksheet. Our collaboration with Alliance is unique and for Malaysian SMEs as well. So do that in the worksheet as well so that we can inform Alliance that this is something that you want to look into, and we can support that as well. And also another part is we also work with PenPS Trinity Group. We work with many parties and not just client and agency relationship. we have also a lot of partners, and one of the partners that we're working closely with is Pivotino. And this company, they aspire to build a very bespoke ERP system, online automation system to help business, small for SME, to help digitize your workflows online, to help you go through like a simple software that can help you strengthen some of your operation workflows. Okay, and it's free of charge because of our collaboration with them. So all you need to do is also fill in the worksheet, okay? And then we will send you the deck for more information about the software and the systems. And then we will also reach out to the Pivotino team that they can customize your requests, okay? And also it's free of charge, so it's no subscription needed first. You can just use the platform. But in return, you give them the feedback lah. Like in Malaysia, you prefer to have this feature, that feature, and then they can support you accordingly, right? These are the few things that we are collaborating with others like Alliance Bank, Pivotino, and many others who we try to give more support lah. Kita jaga kita, so we need to support each other during this kind of tough period of time. And we are very passionate in helping the SMEs in this market. And like Zain is really very proud to know that Nutrovis is doing well now. But you guys have no idea the sweat and the blood that Zain have to go through, right? So it's really not as easy as it seems, but it's definitely worthwhile if you take the first step and see it through. Hopefully, you guys can also find some success through this pandemic.
That's right. Thank you so much, Chris. Zain, do you have anything to say before we wrap the session? Go ahead.
From my side, I think that I think a lot of my friends, even the people beside me, is a lot of friends. They're asking, how can we do better in the coming 12 to 18 months? What I want to say is that for these periods, no one have a success formula, and no one have the tell you what is you should do and what you should not do. What we can do is that we keep trying the method, and then we find the success formula for ourselves. Because every company is different, every industry is different. So there's no certain formula for now, because the worldwide no one has gone through this before. So I think it's time for us to hands on all the things and keep trying until we found the methods. If we with this mentality, I think that for sure we can go through this together during this so hard period. I know that a lot of people is having a very tough time. Like last time, I go through a very tough time. So I think that that's what the advice or what's the suggestion that I humbly suggest to everyone now. Yeah, have to keep trying. That's the things that until you found the method now, found the theory.
Yeah. Don't give up just yet. But there are certain industry that if it's too overwhelming and it's really too tough, then you also have to have the wisdom to know that it's you have to change. Like that time if Maystar had continued to be beauty products only, then they might not survive until today, right? And
yes,
not only now you've grown so much, right? So I think that one very hard to consult. That one is really entrepreneurship and all. But like agencies like us, what we can do is we support the dream that you have. And like I said before, people, process, and technology, these three parts, you have to look into it. If you need financing, like again, let us know. Our Alliance Bank, our partner, can support in that. If you need business transformation software, right, can help you from the CRM and business tool, and it's free of charge. Let us know as well. Pivotino, that put into the worksheet. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Christopher. Thank you so much, Mr. Zain, for being here with all of us today. Thank you so much for the great insights today. I'm sure all our audiences has learned a great deal today. And to everyone who's still watching us until the very end, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for participating. Thank you for all the questions that we received. Do follow our social media channels for our upcoming series. We'll have this regularly. I think one of the question that I saw in the comment section was one of you asking when is our next session. We'll be posting this on our social media platform, so do follow for us to be updated of when is our next live session. Our Facebook is Trinity42, our Instagram is Trinity42 Digital. So thank you once again for everyone for participating. Do look forward to our next session, which will be announced in all of our platforms. And goodbye.
Stay safe. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.